right. Welcome, welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Miriam. My clients love to call me the holistic therapist, which is funny. My background's actually in healthcare. I worked in orthopedics for a very long time and some pediatrics as well. I have three little ones and a fourth one on the way. So life is busy and full. I also have my own medical, health background of dealing with autoimmune and thyroid and all kinds of things. So I'll share about that in a little bit. But I became really, really passionate about holistic health and nutrition over the years because working in healthcare about 12 years, actually more than that, I saw so many patients that just needed more support with things like the stress relief, supporting really good quality sleep, the nutrition and gut health, just dealing with inflammation in the body. And unfortunately, just the medications were not working in that way and were not helping them to really heal and maintain long-term well-being. And they would end up having things and just coming back again with something else and something else. So that led me to start studying nutrition and holistic health. And whoever invited you here today thinks that this information will help you in some way in your life. So make sure you say thank you to them. We're going to talk about holistic health, some things to support brain health, energy, hormone balance, helping with inflammation, helping with cellular repair on a molecular level. And there's gonna be a little bit of science. I promise I won't make it too crazy though. And then I came across this term called biofrequency years ago when I was studying nutrition and how different plants and minerals and nutrients and things actually can support our cells and what's happening on a molecular level in our cells so our body can function better and our brain and our mental health can be better and all of that. So what does that mean? Biofrequency is simply measuring the rate at which something is occurring in the body. And we can measure the frequency of other things like sound waves and different things, right? In the body, that's the brain waves, the heart rate, all these different kinds of things. Those are all different biofrequencies. And so now, with our advanced studies in physics, we've come to find out that every system in the body has a specific biofrequency that the electrons should be at in that system, in the molecules of that system. That is measuring the rate at which the electrons are moving. And they are supposed to be at a certain level in order for that cell to function well, in order for the mitochondria, that's our little engine powerhouses that help with tons of things, including cellular repair and DNA repair, to function at their best. And it's different for each system. Now we're learning more about how we can support that. Why do we need to support that? Well, that's going to make sure that we have balanced hormones, more balanced blood sugar, supporting happy neurotransmitters like our serotonin, improved sleep, mood regulation, calmer nervous system, able to handle stress better, managing inflammation and stuff in the body. All of those things are when those levels are where they should be. The problem is that every single day, we have things that are coming at us that are bringing those levels below what they should be. That's just stress, lack of sleep, the additives in foods, the sugars, additives, fillers, preservatives, blah, 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 all that kind of thing. We walk outside, there's pollution, the synthetics and additives in cleaning products, beauty products. I mean, even these days, goodness gracious, like shampoos and stuff, it's crazy. But all those little things start to impact the levels of our cells functioning, and they get lower and lower and lower. And eventually, especially when you add on, as we just are starting to get older, wear and tear, our cells get more tired, more inflamed, and you start seeing issues coming up. And typically now, as I work with my clients in my private practice and I'm working on those tools for everyday well-being, I see a lot of people in their late 20s, 30s, 40s, and sometimes 50s, where all of a sudden they're like, why am I all of a sudden feeling all this inflammation or headaches or all kinds of different things happening that I didn't feel when I was in my teens and 20s? Why? Because all of this inflammation is basically accumulating over time in combination with just the cells getting tired, just wear and tear. So what can we do? There is hope, I promise. This is not all doom and gloom here. What we can use different things that naturally are available to us to support the function of our cells. Have anyone heard of grounding? That is one biofrequency for our cells. That helps our functioning. If you think about how do you feel when you're standing on the beach, that is what grounding is. That is the actual frequency, magnetic frequency of the earth that's impacting our nervous system. And now we have clinical data and studies showing how it improves so many different things for us. But that's one biofrequency. Guess what? Here, with this nutritional company, Frequence, we found a way to bring together 11 different biofrequencies to support all these systems in the body, the brain and the body, so that we can have all of that support for the cells with really, really important little micronutrients, antioxidants, and adaptogens that naturally help to improve hormone balance and neurotransmitters and all kinds of things. So I'm going to go through some nutritional information as well. If you have any questions as we go along, make sure that you put them in the chat. We will get to those at the end. I want to make sure that we are not going too long because, of course, I could talk all night, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. Okay, let me see if I can get this to cooperate with me here. We're going to share a little bit on some of these adaptogenics. I want to make sure you understand here what this is. This little thing that looks like a sticker is not a sticker. This is a metallic material. I call it a medallion that is charged with these biofrequencies that support the cells. Like I said, we're supporting the electrons in the mitochondria in our brain and our body to function at their best. And some of these, one of these is a electromagnetic one that helps to block the effects of the EMFs outside. Like when we go outside and there's all the 5G towers and all that stuff, helps to block some of that as well. One of them is that grounding frequency that I mentioned as well. And then there's several others that support the different systems in the body. So just so you know, if you do utilize these products, you will have that and you can actually keep that. Many people will keep those. And there's a couple other options on ways that you can utilize the biofrequency support in addition to the nutritional benefits. But there's something really powerful that happens when we bring those things together to support our brain and our body. I have seen phenomenal results, not only for my own health, but for my clients and even my children as well. Like I said, I have a background of autoimmune, and my autoimmune antibodies basically completely disappeared it took like about a month, maybe month and a half, and we started seeing my labs coming back with incredible results. Honestly, when I first started trying that, I found this, I was like, whoa, this is incredible. There's so much amazing things in here for the brain. And as someone with the ADD, the squirrel brain, anybody else out there, I was like, this is incredible. And my daughters at the time were recovering from concussions. So I was looking for things to really help them with their brain. I saw huge results just with that. Now, I don't walk in a room and do 10 or 20 other things and walk out and wonder why I was there. The mom brain, the squirrel brain is basically gone. I don't even really need to write lists anymore. And my children went from, attention spans of a few seconds because of the concussion issues to back up to about 15, 20 minutes and regained memory and reading and phonics and just emotional mood regulation as well. So that's even just a whole other thing. Then I started seeing the hormone balance and seeing my thyroid levels all balanced out, my estrogen, progesterone, and the autoimmune things as well. So there's a lot of cellular support going on. Okay, so what are some of these little micronutrients that are helping? Some of them are adaptogens, and this is all in one little delicious, we call it lemonade, but it doesn't really taste like lemonade. It just tastes like a delicious fruit drink to me, but this is less than $3 a day. This replaced for me probably over 7 different other supplements that I had sitting in a cabinet that were hard to remember to take. Anybody else have the cabinet full of things that you don't always remember to take, right? This helped replace that with one simple thing that I can throw in my water bottle and run out the door. No, it does not taste like mushrooms, I promise. These are adaptogens. I'm going to go through some of these and what their benefits are, as well as there's the nootropics. So we've got all the 11 biofrequencies to support the cells and mitochondria, the adaptogens, as well as several nootropics, all working together. And this is literally a powerhouse, and you won't need to get several other things that are probably in your cabinet anymore that also might not be as effective anyways. Quality is, of course, very, very important. I work with a lot of clients that have complicated things going on and autoimmune and all kinds of things. So we want to make sure we have the third-party testing. We have NSF, organic, kosher, halal, and heavy metal testing. That is a big issue with many of the common supplements out there. Yeah, you can get all kinds of things out there, and that's great, but where did it come from? Was it sprayed with pesticides and herbicides and stuff before it went into that supplement? Was it sitting in a warehouse for 15 or 20 years? I had a client who said she worked with a company that stored vitamin powders, and like 90% of the companies out there just get these powders from a warehouse that it's just been sitting there for a really long time. There's not much left in that, let me tell you. On top of the fact that, the organic, we don't need the pesticides and stuff. And then we have, the issues of genetically modified, and a lot of supplements out there, they actually synthesize in a lab, and they're trying to, of course, save money on their expense. So they can make a synthetic version of it. And that does not work in our body at all. So those things are all important to watch out for. And that's why this matters so much to me and for my clients and for my family. This is where this is available right now. So excited for all of our amazing friends and family. And then, of course, we have the soy-free, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, and the organic mushrooms. Like I said, things like mushrooms and a lot of other adaptogens, they soak everything up from their environment. So if they are not grown in an organic environment, they're going to have whatever that soil has in it, whatever that environment does. That's really important to know. Okay, these are some of the benefits that you might start to see just within the first day or few days. Most people feel the mental performance, brain health, energy, clarity, creativity, motivation, concentration, alertness, and mood. Everyone is different. It's not going to be like a caffeine buzz. It's not like that. This is just kind of like a calm, clear focus. I just felt very like peaceful, serene focus that was just very amazing. I love that. Was just on the first day. And then, like I said, all the other health benefits started coming later on. Okay, so some of these adaptogens here, I want to make sure we go through these. We have chaga is an adaptogen that's really rich in antioxidants, helps with inflammation, immune system, has those anti-inflammatory butylenic acid that also is anti-carcinogenic. And this is all information from clinical studies, so you can go look this up. Liver health helps to detox and support our liver. The cordyceps is amazing for your exercise, stamina, and endurance, improving the oxygen uptake throughout your systems, as well as respiratory health. And yes, there's clinical data on that. So anybody else out there with the asthma and the allergies, this is very, very helpful. We have our king trumpet. Again, lots of antioxidants. What does that mean? It fights the inflammation in our cells, which is the fancy term is oxidative stress. This supports cardiovascular health. And yes, I've seen several clients that have had cholesterol levels improve significantly once they started with this. Again, anti-carcinogenic properties. You're going to see the, less inflammation is a theme, and then also the anti-carcinogenic, because many of these have, and this one has a lot of clinical studies. So if you like information, go look that up. Lion's mane is known as a mental health mushroom. This one is so powerful for memory, for the brain, cognitive function, focus, the nervous system, helps with anxiety, yes, and depression. There's clinical data on that. Neurogenesis, that means growing new brain cells. That is huge. That's one of the reasons that I was really excited when I found this for my daughters, but also for myself. Reishi, immune system function, as well as those white blood cells, which is part of our immune system. Supporting liver health, again, detoxifying, getting the junk out, supporting healthy liver. That's so, so important. Also, this is adaptogenic. That means it's going to go in the body where it needs it. If you have an amazingly healthy liver, awesome. It's going to go somewhere else where there needs to be some detoxification or immune cell support or other types of support. Shiitake, say that 10 times. That's a fun one. Vitamins and minerals. This is very nutrient rich, full of your B vitamins, selenium. Again, you're gonna have your immune support, helps to fend off infections and things like that, has those anti-carcinogenic and anti-inflammatory properties. Turkey tail, another great one to look up. Lots of clinical data, very, very powerful, has the immune support, those anti-carcinogenic natural killer cells again. And I have testimonies actually from clients who have been fighting cancer, and it's just incredible. Everyone is different, but it's just amazing how it can support the cells. Gut health, digestive health. We've got those polysaccharopeptides, again, the anti-carcinogenic properties there. Okay, these are some of the nootropics, which simply means this supports the nervous system and the brain, the adrenals, thyroid, endocrine system. That's what these ones do. L-tyrosine is your cognitive function, mental alertness, mood, helps with stress, helps with those neurotransmitters, keeping the happy neurotransmitters, your dopamine and norepinephrine balance. Acetyl L-carnitine, brain function and memory, energy, metabolism, very neuroprotective, and lots of clinical data for the age-related cognitive decline. Many people have the grandparents utilizing this because of how powerful it is. A lot of functional medicine doctors will prescribe these nootropics separately, and many of them are $50, $60, $70 individually. So getting this in something where you can have it in less than $3 a day is insane and amazing. We have, I did that one. Our green coffee bean extract. This is specific because it's so important to have insulin balance. This supports our insulin sensitivity, blood sugar balance, also helps with the oxidative stress, helps even metabolize carbohydrates. Again, those antioxidants, helps with the inflammation. This one is very powerful. Also helps a little bit with like appetite and, like those afternoon munchies and things like that. We do have a version that does not have this. It's about as much clean, natural, organic caffeine as a cup of green tea approximately. So not a ton. Everyone is different though. And I do use the regular one with this for my daughters because I want some of these benefits that are in here, but I give them a half dose because they're younger. Alpha GPC, cognitive function, memory, acetylcholine balance, those happy neurotransmitters again, helps with that age-related cognitive decline. L-theanine, this is our stress management. Okay, this one, again, many functional doctors will prescribe by itself. Doesn't cause drowsiness, but has that calm, focused feeling, supporting alpha brain waves that helps with that relaxed alertness. Phosphatidylserine, cognitive function, memory, especially in older adults. Brain cell health, neurotransmitter support, attention, concentration, processing. Huperzine, another great one to look up, especially if you like information. This one helps with the breakdown of acetylcholine, helping to keep that balance. Again, happy neurotransmitter balance. This one has studies for Alzheimer's and dementia. Really incredible information. I think this should be known, and like we know the ginkgo biloba helps the brain. This is way more powerful. Again, neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections, new neurons. Black pepper extract is mainly just for the absorption and the bioavailability. Also has some anti-inflammatory properties and helps with digestive health and gut health as well. So many testimonies. This is our dear friend Jackie saw huge improvements with inflammation in the body as well as hormone balance. So many different things. She was able to get off of several medications with her doctor's guidance. Just incredible. Everyone is different. We don't advertise this as a weight loss supplement. However, many people do experience some weight loss within the first couple of months or so. because we're supporting balanced hormones. We're supporting the adrenal system. We're supporting happy neurotransmitters, more serotonin, a little bit less of the cortisol, and that nice balance. So all of that and the blood sugar balance, all of those things add together to oftentimes contribute to some weight loss. Okay, I think I have friends here who might share really quick. Let me see. Marge, did you want to do share on the rise or the source? I wasn't sure which one.
I'm happy to do the rise
Okay.
because that's
Yeah.
what I started on.
Okay, perfect.
Um,
That would be
so
great.
for me personally, when I got started on the rise, I had recently fractured two vertebrae in my back, and a friend suggested getting started, and my healing has been second to none. I've been through a lot in the last 6 months, health wise, a lot of health challenges, not things that were creeping up apart from my thyroid, but I've had amazing results with that as well. My levels have all evened out. But my fractures were stable pretty quickly. And yeah, my healing journey in a lot of things has been just second to none. Like, I cannot praise these products enough. I will take them every day of my life that I'm allowed, except for before surgery. But yeah, honestly, if you've got any health issues, regardless of what they are, try it, because what have you got to lose? Your health, and you can't put a price on your health. That's one thing I've learned.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I literally, I know I saw you like in the hospital, with the fractured vertebrae and everything. And it's just absolutely astounding how quickly you've been able to recover and function and get back to pretty close to normal. It's amazing. I'm so happy to see that and hear that. Thank you for sharing.
You are welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna touch on the minerals. So the rise is the one that like everyone basically starts with because that covers so many bases with one simple tool. But the partner to that, we say the husband and wife little couple or the bread and butter is having the mineral support, and that really covers a huge nutritional gap. So you have 99.999% of everything that you need in those two things. This is very powerful. This is going to replace, you won't need an electrolyte. You're going to have all your calcium, magnesium, potassium, zinc, several minerals. Actually, 72 different trace minerals are also in the sea salt element of this, supporting your bone health, muscles, joints, ligaments, brain health, hormone balance. There's even chromium for blood sugar balance. You're going to have your electrolyte and pH balance, so helping keep things alkaline. And so this helps with so many things. And then very specifically, this fulvic mineral is powerful at pulling the junk out of the body. So has a couple of purposes. You're going to help get out the things that are causing inflammation in the body and contributing to imbalances like the heavy metals, the parasites, mold, mildew, candida overgrowth, even parasites. So it is a little bit of a detox, but it's a gentle one. And because you have all the minerals replenishing, it's not like a cleanse or a detox where you're like living in a bathroom or something. It's not like that. First day or two, you're going to increase your water and everything and see how it goes. But most people feel amazing. And it is this color, this dark color. So it will make your water turn black. I was shocked that it didn't have a taste. To me, I don't taste it at all in water with the full like true droppers. Everyone's a little bit different. Some people find that it has a slight mineral taste to it, but many people will start with the rise for a week or two and then add this in and just take it with the rise. And you don't taste it at all, but everyone is slightly different. So just stay in touch with whoever, invited you, and you can go from there. So you're going to get all your antioxidants, pH balance, digestive health, skin health, electrolyte, gut health, and helping with that detoxification. I'm not going to go through all of the things because there's so much in here. We would be here forever, but you can see all these incredible minerals. The chromium even supports additional blood sugar balance. And yes, we have had people with different types of diabetes have amazing results with this. So, really, really incredible. And then let me see, Carla, do you want to share about the source minerals and how that has helped you?
Sure, I'd
Awesome.
be happy to. Yeah, I love this. I love all the products that I'm just can't not wait for my reverse to get here. But the source is great. I know about parasitic and stuff because I had a bad infection, but I feel really comfortable with the fact that we can just put it in our rise and drink it and then not have to worry. And we're getting all our minerals. Yes, I have cupboards with, I should throw them away and I just replace it now. So it is actually very economical if you look back on what I was buying. And now we just need to have those two products. So, like you said, less than $3 a day. But um, the products, my husband and I both been on them for about a year now, probably about 10 months. And we're never going to be without them. That we've made that up as our, you know, people say, oh, expensive, but it's not because your health, like once you get it gone, it's heck to get it back. So to me, it's a preventative thing. It's well worth. It's better than paying $5 for a Starbucks. It's not going to be healthy for you. I mean, it really doesn't. Um, it's not really that expensive, and I love the products, and I've seen such a difference in my mood, my energy, health. My husband absolutely loves it as well. So we're here to stay. So definitely. But
Awesome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is shocking. I've had many clients who have spent hundreds and even thousands of dollars on seeing functional medicine doctors or some sort of naturopaths and things like that, and then they still had to pay for all the supplements recommended by them, and they haven't been able to see the same type of results as this. So sometimes they've seen a little improvement here and there, but this is incredibly affordable compared to so many of the options out there, and just how effective it is and how much of a difference you can see in a relatively short time. Okay, let me touch on a couple other things. We're going to finish up in a few minutes here. I want to make sure. So there are a couple of CBD options. I'm not going to go in depth on this today, but really great for like that topical muscle joint relief. Some people like for the tension relief or just the very simple sublingual to help with inflammation, focus, calm mood, those kinds of things. So if you have questions on that, make sure you touch base with whoever invited you. We can share some information to help you with that if that's something you want to take a look at. And very affordable compared to the options out there. And everything available still has that same medallion with the biofrequency chart. So it's all going to support the cellular health and mitochondria health. There is a beautiful botanical hydration that has your hyaluronic acid and collagen peptides as well for that skin support or just dry skin. Many people use it as a primer or just a moisturizer. That's been amazing, and the results basically speak for themselves. Amazing with that plumping, hydrating, helping with fine lines and everything. And this guy, yes, I've met him in person. His results were in 3 days. Everyone's so jealous of him, but he's amazing. He stole his wife's face cream and then he's like, look, that was hilarious. The last but absolutely not least, we are so, so excited about this new reverse. This is something you do not want to miss. Many people out there, athletes, people that want to age backwards, people that want cellular repair, DNA repair, have already been using something that has similar results, but costs like over $1,000 a month, sometimes even more than that. Celebrities and them will pay so much for some of the things out there, but this is 10 times stronger. Incredible. This is a simple capsule that you take, but this is different because this really actually specifically supports your DNA repair and is so much stronger than the NAD. Why? Because we have four different really important, powerful things in here. The NMNH is a derivative, a precursor that helps your body make its NAD. So that is what improves your energy and your cellular repair, your vitality. I've noticed a difference in like energy. And then because we have it paired with the diazoflavin together, then it amplifies the body's ability to support that repair and NAD and energy and everything 10 times. So this is just absolutely mind-boggling. I'm still wrapping my brain around this. We just launched it this month. So excited. And I'm having everyday clients sending results in of like, my goodness, my lines are gone. I didn't need my glasses to read today. Like all kinds of different things. It's amazing. So then we have the AC11 as well, which also supports DNA repair, helps with inflammation. I've heard of some of these individual things like the NAD and the AC11, even just for helping with inflammation in the body as well. So cellular repair, basically head to toe. Everyone's a little bit different on where it's going to focus, where you have the most kind of, aging or deterioration, wear and tear, or whatever it is. Anybody who's really active or athletic or likes to work out a lot is going to love this, but this is amazing for general joint health and support because, again, that cellular repair, if you've had any kind of injuries or things like that, anti-aging, if you will, we don't necessarily say that, but it helps with repairing those cells. And then we have our ergotheanine. What's our ergotheanine? That's another one that supports the mental clarity, longevity, and enhances these other benefits as well. Antioxidant protection, cellular health, can reduce the signs of aging as well. And like I said, many celebrities and stuff love the less effective version of this that's just like an NID support, and we'll spend thousands to get the IV or the injection for the anti-aging, but also for like the energy, for the cellular repair, and for hormone balance and fertility. So all of these work together very powerfully to just support the cells in the body in a really unique way. This is so the AC11, the DNA, this specifically supports you see like the DNA here, these little telomeres. It will extend the telomeres in the cells so that that cell has more longevity. That cell will last longer. That cell will have more vitality for longer. Absolutely amazing. And I think there's even some testimonies in here as well. I mean, this is just skin, but the results are everything from brain to, vision to skin to joint health to general cell repair. It's absolutely amazing. So I want to make sure I don't forget that this is available now. It comes in some of the bundles that are available at a like $50, $70 off. I have to go look at it. Really, really amazing. Yes, energy to work out again. Anybody want to share about that? And then, oh, hang on. I was excited about that one and I didn't touch on the collagen. I do want to really quickly touch on that. And then Stacy, I'm going to have you share roll for a minute. Oh, where did it go? There it is. I do want to make sure we don't forget this one. This is the collagen peptides, but this is stress relief and sleep. So we all need to really improve our deep restorative sleep because the average person is really only getting 3 to 4 hours of deep restorative sleep because of lots of reasons, everything from the screens that we're looking at before bed to our stress levels to not having enough minerals like our magnesium. So there's 2 different types of magnesium that support hormone balance, blood sugar, muscles, and joints, stress relief, calming the nervous system, and a really important amino called GABA that helps our brain and our nervous system to rest and restore, as well as the 2 different types of collagen to support your hair, skin, nails, and your joints. This one is not a powder. This one is a like liquid. I call it a honey packet because it's like a honey consistency. You can take it right from the packet. It's a berry flavor. Or I like to put it in a cup of tea. And then I have many clients who will use like a half a packet during the day if they get very like frazzled, overwhelmed, stressed, and they need just a little bit, bring it down a couple of notches to calm that nervous system and have that good stress relief. And of course, there's a little bit of the CBD, CBN, no THC, very clean and pure, no worries on any of that. But this is a beautiful support for that stress relief and sleep, or the like joint support and everything as well. Okay, Stacy, will you share with us?
Yep. Here's the sync packet. And yeah, you just tear it off. But so I went years without getting good sleep. I was on sleep medication, tried, melatonin, tried all kinds of stuff. And going to sleep was never the issue. It was either staying to sleep or, getting a deep sleep. And I mean, I had so many other issues as well that all the rise and source and everything has really helped me with. But the sink is the product I started with, and that got me hooked. Um, I would, like I would sleep 10, 12 hours a day and still not feel rested. And well, after 4 nights of this, I had my first full night of restful sleep and I felt like $1,000,000. And now I get amazing sleep every night. But I can totally, like when I take it, and lay down with the kids, I can completely feel my body just relaxing and calming down, no racing thoughts. And then I get great sleep.
Amazing. It really, I had one client who because of her work schedule, she would have to get up at like 2 or 3 in the morning or something. And so she would really was not getting enough sleep at all. And finally she was able to get more sleep. And she did try the sink as well. And she was like, wow, I can't believe how different I feel. Like everything from your mood, your ability to handle stress, you're just gonna have less inflammation. Your hormones will be more balanced when you can get good rest. I mean, it just across the board helps so, so much. And sometimes we really underestimate quality sleep, I think. Especially as moms, right? It's just busy. Thank you so much, Stacy. Okay, I want to make sure we answer questions, so I'm going to close the recording.